guys, I'm Manani and welcome back to my channel. And today I have a surprise guest with me. And in order for you to find out, you need to subscribe to the channel, alright? So you have 10 seconds to subscribe. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And if you've already subscribed, you could always give this video a like, which is a thumb up, and okay, so since you guys did that, hopefully you did, otherwise it would be cheating, I'm gonna show you my surprise guest. Alright, my surprise guest is, drumroll please, Kushi!
Hi guys, I am Manani's friend.
Yeah, she's an amazing friend. Her name is Kushi. And she's going to be helping me teach today. And what are we teaching today, Kushi?
Representing numbers in different ways.
Yeah, so we're representing numbers in different kinds of ways. So, let's get started. So, since we're not learning about that, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to learn about
standard
form. I was waiting for her to say it. The second thing we're gonna learn about is
word form.
And the third thing we're gonna learn about is
expanded form.
Now, expanded form will take us a little time to learn, and it will be a little confusing in the beginning because it was for me, and I think it was a little bit for Kushi.
I don't know.
She doesn't remember. Alright, so let's get started with today's lesson. Woo, woo, woo.
Okay guys, so we're going to be learning about standard form with me. I'm actually really excited because I'm getting to do this. And let's get started. So, I want to show you guys our first slide. It is representing numbers in different ways. Oh my god, I'm moving myself around so much. Okay, so we're going to be learning about representing numbers in different ways, like I said, and let's get started with the standard form. Okay, first let's learn about standard form. Okay, so standard form. Standard form is basically the number you are working with. To further explain that, it's basically, standard form is, let's say you have a number written. Let's say my number is written as 66. Then, I'm just going to rewrite my number in standard form because standard means the standard form. Like, it's the same thing. So, just writing that number and not word form, not writing it in letters, not expanding it, just writing the same thing down. Okay? So, let's look at a few of my examples here. So first we have 786, and the standard form of that. Oh my god, what is happening with this drawing tool? Okay, I'm gonna use a better color. Okay. Here we go. 786 standard form is 786. Okay, and because we know that we just write the same thing. We know that standard form is the same thing. Let's say, I'll show you guys an example. One second, guys. I'm going to show you guys an example. Okay, so let's say my number is, let's see. I love 7. 7's my favorite number, so I'm going to write 77. Let's say I needed to write that in standard form. My teacher asked me to write that in standard form. Okay, I'm just going to be writing the same thing down because I know that standard form is the same thing. I know whenever I hear standard form, I'm going to say same thing, same thing. Okay, so now I'm going to shrink myself. Okay, yeah, so we know that we have to write in, let's say 40,000. 40,000, the standard form is 40,000. 51 standard form is 51. 6,666 is standard form is 6,666. 1 million standard form is 1 million. No matter how big the number is, the standard form, the number is the same, no matter how big it is. Even if it's the biggest number on land, you have to write all those zeros. That doesn't matter. It's the same number. That's just what standard form is, okay? So, now, let's go to the next slide. Okay, so now talk to somebody about what you have learned so far. So there's a lot of different options you can choose. You guys can choose parent. You guys can choose a toy. I like that one. You guys can choose a friend like mommy. You guys can choose an adult. That doesn't have to be your parent. You guys can choose a pet. It's fun talking to a pet. Yes. So you guys have to pick one. Or if you guys don't have any of those options around, you guys can whisper it out loud because you don't want to disturb anybody else. Or you can just think about it in your mind, like you time. Basically, spending time with yourself. So make sure you guys pick one. Only one, because you only have 10 seconds. Go! 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. In the middle, that was Manani singing 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, she was just singing that for no reason. Okay, so now that you have talked about it, if that wasn't enough time for you, then you guys can just pause the video. Like here, I can just pause my video like I just did, and you guys can just pause this video and you guys just think. Okay, so that was it, and now I'm just going to pass it on to Manani to teach word form. See you guys in expanded form. Bye.
Righty! So, now I'm going to teach you guys about word form. Say it out loud. Word form.
Word form.
Word form.
Word form.
In the middle was just Cushy going out. Here and going word form. Alright. So, seriously, we're going to learn about word form. Okay, so let's move on. So word form definition is basically the number but with words. So if I was to have a number called 5, I would still have the same number in word form, but with the letters. So you guys just learned about standard form. So if I had a number that was standard form and I had to turn it into a word form, I would turn it in the same number but with letters and turn it into a word. So as you can see, I have 20 here. If I was to turn it like this arrow tells us to into word form, it would be 20. And if I had 64 and I had to turn it, I would write it in the words. So 720 is the standard form, as you guys know. But 720 written like this is a word form because it's written with letters and words. 56 is the standard form. Written in word form would be 56, but with letters. And 3 in standard form, if I had to write that in word form, it would be THREE, as in 3. Alright? So that is basically what word form is. So, now you're going to talk to somebody about what you have learned. So, just like that, you are going to talk to somebody about what you have learned, and you have 10 seconds to do that. You can talk to a parent, a toy, a friend, an adult, or a pet. And if you don't have anyone around, anything like this around, any of the people in this list, you may talk to your mind and pick one because you have 10 seconds. Go! 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. she was in the middle screaming out the numbers, and at the end she went Hoya in the video. So let's move on to today's next part, which is expanded form. Bye bye.
So guys, now it's time to learn with expanded form with me. Repeat after me. Oops, I didn't choose a color. Expanded form. She had to scream that. Okay, so we're going to be learning about where did the expanded form go? I don't know where it went. Okay, we're going to be learning about expanded form, so let's get started. Okay, so we're going to learn about it. And now let's learn about expanded form. Okay, so me guys, we know that expanded form is just expanding the number, so let's get deeper into that. Okay, so we know that expanded form is when you expand the number to find each number's value. Okay, so let me repeat that again. Expanded form is when you expand the number to each number's value. Okay, so like we have our keywords. We know we have keywords. So I'm going to write expand in one of our keywords because we know that expanding is really important. So we have expand. Oh my god, I wrote so sloppy. I'm so good. Sorry about that. And there's also another keyword. Value and expand are two keywords. So another keyword would be, oh my god, that looks like a D. God.
That seriously does.
Okay, that was Monty speaking in between me once again. Okay, value. Okay, value and expand are our main keywords today. So remember those, okay? And so now let's look at a few of these examples. This is gonna take a long time because expanded form, we have to really go deep into it. Okay, so let's say we have 78, okay, and we need to expand it. We would do 70 plus 8, but you're like, why would you do 70 plus 8? Well, we know that we need to find the value. So let's see, how can we find the value of our numbers? So we know that this is a 2-digit number, and we know if that 7 is the greatest, it has the greatest place value here because it's in the tens place, okay? And we know that there's only one digit after 7, okay? So we have one digit only after. So when you look here, it might make sense to you because there's only 10 after 70 here because there's only one digit after 70 here. Okay, so you would only add 10, and then we can see there's no digits after 8. So poor lonely sad 8 has to be all by itself. Okay, so that's why we would do 70 plus 8. But plus sign basically means expanding and then again adding them together. So 70 plus 8 is equal to 78. Okay, so we would never write the equal sign like this because that's not what we do in expanded form. We just want to know the expanded part. We don't want to know the addition part. Okay, now the next example is 60 plus 9. We know that there's only one digit after 60. So we would only add 10 like we have here. And we can see there's no digits after 9. So we would leave 9 all by itself in the creepy old area. Okay, so now we can look at 50. And again, we know there's only one digit after it. So we would only add 10. And we know there's no digits after 2. So we would add no zeros. Okay. Now, it's going to get a little bit tricky because there's bigger numbers. But if you guys can really think about it, really answer it, then you guys are going to be totally successful at expanded form. Okay? So listen closely now. So, for 435, we can see there's 2 digits. Not only one, but there's 2 digits. Oh no, we have to think smarter now. Okay? So if there's 2 digits, we know there's going to be 2 zeros because if there's 1 digit after, then there's going to be 1 0. Let's say there's 3 digits after, then there's 3 zeros. If there's 100 digits after, then there's going to be 100 zeros. No matter what, how many ever digits there are, that's how many ever zeros you add. So we know there's 2 digits after 4 in this number, so we would write 4 here, 2 zeros with 4, and then we can see that there's 1 digit after 3, so we would write 1 0 with 3, and then we have no zeros after 5. Okay, so we would write no zeros in that. Okay, so I just want to do one really quickly because we know that expanded form is kind of hard, so I'm going to quickly do one example. Okay, so what you're going to be doing is, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be writing 1 on top, then you're going to pause this video, and you're going to think about it in yourself, and then I'm going to write it down, okay? Really quickly. So, 800, that's the worst 8 of my life. 842. Okay, so pause this video, and I'll see you guys in just a second. Okay, so I hope you guys have paused this video. Now we're going to quickly find the expanded form. So if we have 842, we know there's 2 digits behind 800. 8. So we would write 2 zeros. So we would write 8 with 2 zeros. Okay, my 40 went away. So that we know that there was a 42. There was a 42, but we're going to cross out the 8, so you do 800 plus, it's all going away, 800 plus 40, because there was only 1 digit after that, and we know that the 2 has 0 digits after it, so we would put it all by itself. So that's basically the expanded form of 842. Okay, so now that was basically it, and you guys learned how to expand with all kinds of different things. Now we just want to talk to you guys about one more thing.
Alright guys, so we have learned those 3 kinds of
forms of representing numbers.
So now me and Cushy are going to
do some practice with you guys,
and we're gonna have one question on every single form. Alright, so let's get started.
Okay guys, so now that we're doing some practice, let's get started, but we're sorry that we can't see our face. We just didn't want to show it in the practice area. Okay, so let's get started. So so we know if we're doing standard form, we know that's the number. So I'm gonna hand it over a little bit to Miss Monty now to talk about it.
By the way, guys, I am not a miss. I am just Monty.
Sorry, I forgot. Sorry.
574. What would 500? Guys, I want you guys to really think. What would 574 look like in standard form?
Wait, one thing really quick. Okay, so guys, if you have some kind of piece of paper or pencil, if it's possible, you guys can make the same chart and jot down these notes, because we really want you guys to make sure you guys have this in mind, and when you write things down, it stays a lot more better in your mind. So if it's possible, you guys can get a piece of paper or some sticky note which you can jot down these notes, just for you guys to become better learners and representing different ways of numbers.
So we have 574. What? Really think, what did Cushy teach you about this? How would I write 574 in standard form? Cushy's gonna tell you. Write that down in your notebooks for you to think, and then Cushy's gonna tell you what the real answer is.
So guys, I hope you guys wrote it down, and if you guys didn't know, you guys I hope you would just pause the video and write it down. So I'm just gonna type that up. So the answer would be 574, because we know that because Okay, we know that because we know that the standard form is the same number. The same number. You guys remember, I told you guys to remember in your mind, we know that the standard form is the same number. Okay,
Like,
so that's,
I have one tip. Remember how it says standard form? I want you guys to think. Remember this. Standard, same. Standard, same. I want you to say it out loud. Standard is the same thing.
Yep. Standard is the same thing. Okay, now I'm going to pass it over to Miss Monty to just... sorry guys, I'm sorry I'm saying Miss Monty because we used to do like a mini school, so I'm sorry. So now I'm going to pass it over to Monty to do word form.
So, we have 574. And I'm just hoping that Cushy won't call me Miss Monty again. So, let's figure out the answer. 1 second, guys. Ooh. I want you guys to really think. What would 574 be in word form? Think. Thinkity, thinkity, think. Think. Okay, so write it down. Pause the video and write it down. And then I'm going to tell you the right answer. So this is actually how you have 574. 1 second. Whoa, guys. 574. I have written 574. 1 second, guys. Alright, guys, so I just wanted to give you guys a little time to write it down, and always pause the video if you need it. So 500, remember the dash, 74. So that is how you do 574. Okay, so one thing, guys. Figure out the problem in this. Where would the dash go? Did I put the dash right in the right place? Did I put the dash in the wrong place? Think. Okay, so you're right. If you said wrong place, then
you're right, because there is not supposed to be a dash right there.
There's supposed to be a dash right
in between 70 and 4.
Alright, I wanted to give it a little trickety trick to you guys. Alright, so I'm going to hand it over to Cushy for expanded form.
I love expanded form. It is so much fun to do. Okay. So, I'm just going to make my beautiful text box. Okay. So, what we're going to do is we're going to just write the expanded form. I'm just going to give you guys a teeny weeny amount of time, 10 seconds, just to jot down your answer. You guys can just pause the video just to get a nice, quick answer written down, okay? So, make sure you guys just pause this video, and I'll see you guys when you're done. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to expand the number. You guys remember, expanding is our keyword and value is our keyword. So we know that there's 2 digits behind after 5. So we're going to add 2 zeros after 5. So 5. And then we add our plus sign. Where did my plus sign go? Let's see. Can I get a plus sign here? Just a second, guys. Okay, guys. Sorry, guys. I just needed to find the plus sign. I forgot where it was on the keyboard. Okay, so, okay. I found the plus sign. So, 500 plus. Why we do plus is because we're expanding and adding them, but not actually finding the answer. So, now we see that our next digit is 7. And always, guys, start from left to right. Always go left to right when you're doing expanded form. Okay, remember that. So, we have 1 digit after 74. So, if there's 1 digit, we only know there's going to be 1 0. So, we're going to write 70 right here. Okay, and then we're going to add our plus sign. And now we know that there's last digit. And there's nothing behind it. Nothing. Poor 4. Oh my god. Poor 4. That's a rhyme. Wow. Poor 4. Okay, so it looks like...
So it has no friend behind it.
Yep.
Well, no friend in front of it, actually.
Okay, so now that we have the 4, we're just going to not write anything with it because there's no zeros. Okay?
Slash no friends.
Yep. But if you guys might be wondering, doesn't 0 mean nothing? But in this case, you need a 0. 0 is actually representing the place value. So don't just think, but isn't 0 mean nothing? But just don't think it like that in this way. Okay, I know that I need to add the equal sign after my expanded form.
Wait a second. We're not supposed to add an equal to sign.
I'm sorry. And anyways, I was just tricking you guys. I'm not so dumb because that's why I'm teaching you this, Okay, so, yep. So basically, maybe you guys have probably caught me if you guys were smart enough. But I'm sure all of you guys are smart. Okay, so basically that was just our practice thing. And yeah, so...
And I hope you guys enjoyed our video. Just make sure you have like, subscribe, and make sure you share it. And with your family, friends, and...
Ring that notification bell. I think she forgot about that thing. You guys have to ring that notification bell. Ring, ring, ring. Like
and
that.
have a great day.